Yo, 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 yo. Welcome back to another edition of that Stay Off My Grass podcast. It's your boy Jeremiah back again to talk Laker basketball. And baby, it feels so good. Oh, it feels so good. It feels so good. From 2-10 to coming on here after every game, feeling fucking miserable for like the first month of the season, to thinking there was no hope, to finally trading Westbrook, to finally getting some help, to finally getting healthy. Oh man, to from that to the Western Conference Finals. Now I know everybody wants the chip to culminate this whole thing, but man, that's some fucking that. Excuse me, I'm cussing on here, but man, that is some progress, y'all. That is progress. We stayed down the whole time for the come up, and Laker fans, we're here. Even y'all bandwagon dudes who want to come now because now you think we cool. Hey, I remember y'all. Y'all was telling me I'm not a Laker fan no more because LeBron not there. I'm not a Laker fan no more because of this or that. Hey, and I'll let you stand on that and stay with that. But I'm here. I'm just feeling great, man. I feel elated. It feels good. It feels good. Like going into the series, I thought it was gonna be over in 6. Matter of fact, when we was coming back from the bachelor party, it was a dude on the plane decked out in Warriors gear. Y'all know me. I got my Laker gear on, especially on the plane, so everybody know what's going on. He walked up to me, hey man, Warriors in 6. I'm like, hey, bro, remember this face right here. Lakers in 6. I know he's sick right now, punching the air. That man is sick right now. But let me get into it, man. Lakers defeated the Warriors in 6 games. LeBron went for 39-9, followed by AD with a great 18 and 20 point performance on the board, 20 on the boards. Austin Reeves finished with 23, I want to say. Let me double check my stats. Yes, Austin Reeves finished with 23, and D'Lo had 19, and it was an okay shooting night, but I felt like he was getting to the bucket, getting easier shots, and I felt like that made the game a little more easier for him. But we saw a completely different lineup than what we've seen all series. We saw Coach Ham go with Dennis Schroeder in the starting lineup, and if you notice, Dennis Schroeder is I would say a guy who has a similar body frame to Curry. He's probably not as it's kind of even crazy to say that, not as like big, because Steph has gotten a little bigger. He's got put on some more weight, but a guy that can match him at least step for step. And I'm glad Coach Ham went with that. We've seen Vanderbilt obviously get iced out of the game, but hey, it worked for the better of us. I hope Jared Vanderbilt doesn't, get too down on himself, because there is going to be a place for him next series. Michael Porter Jr. is definitely a beast. Jamal Murray might need a defensive, a super defensive player on him for the series. And he's going to get the time. He's going to get the minutes. I'm not worried about it. We just had to go with the adjustments for this one game, and it worked out. Dennis Schroeder ended up, getting the tech out of the game because I'm not even going to say his name on here. I don't want to give him no clout. He probably already got it anyway, but because of that man, number 23 on the Warriors, want to do some Fugazi stuff. And he's been getting away with that kind of stuff for the last 10 years, and it's so good to rub it in his face that, hey, bye-bye. This is the first time. This is y'all first loss in the this is y'all first loss in the playoffs before reaching the conference finals. And guess who got to do it to you? It feels great to say that, man. Ever since the Warriors went on their run for the last 10 years, I've been sitting on the sideline like waiting for my Lakers to get back good, so they had a chance to dethrone them, because y'all know who runs the West and who runs the Pacific Division, and I don't need to say any clearer. We're the California champions this season, baby, and we're going to keep going. We're trying to be Western Conference champions. But let me get right into the game. Like I said, Dennis Schroeder, great defense on Steph Curry. And it's kind of crazy to say it, but if you look at the series overall, Steph was contained. Where was Steph Curry? You had a couple of other performances by the other players, but for the most part, Steph was absent for a lot of the series. And I don't want to say it's all on Steph missing shots. The Lakers had a great defensive plan for him, whether that was AD on the switch and pick and roll, or Vanderbilt to start it off, or Dennis Schroeder to hassle him and haggle him. This is probably the most difficult series Steph has had in a long time. This has got to be one of the most difficult series he's played in, where you just get him frustrated, and like Steph was doing things he's not normally doing, where he's passing the ball, grabbing rebounds, making steals, driving the basket, because his shot wasn't there for the majority of the series, and they were able to contain that, man. But like I said, man, I am just so elated that we went from 0-5, 2-10, laughing stock of the NBA. Everybody was laughing at us. Anytime they put us on TNT, why are the Lakers on TNT? Why are the Lakers on ESPN? All right. keep that same energy, Chuck, Shaq, and all y'all on TNT crew. Now, Chuck, you talked all year about the Suns and Sixers about to face an elimination game, so I can't wait. I can't wait. And that TNT crew, I'm still kind of a little mad about you guys for real for what y'all did to AD. Because if that was anybody else in the NBA, let it be Golden Boy Steph Curry who gets hit in the head and knocked out of a game. The player who hit him for sure is out of the game and probably suspended. And it's not the same reaction in the media, and that's for damn sure. So I'm glad I got that off my chest. But for real, I'm just so happy, man. I'm just so happy. And AD, like I said, I think we're gonna have to just stop expecting him to go out there and score 30. I feel like that's a little bit a higher expectation for him, especially when he's playing such a high caliber level of defense. We can't just expect him to go out there and carry us on both ends of the floor, even though we would like to, even though we would want him to do that. It's not rational to honestly to think that way, to think that AD is just going to just dominate the game just because AD. Yes, he can do it on one end of the floor either way, but I don't think it's fair to force for us as fans to ask him to do this every single game. Even though it's possible, we feel like AD doesn't turn it on. He doesn't turn it on enough. But I want to say at the same time, when you're a big man, your points are very dependent on your guards and everybody else getting you the ball. AD is not going to get the ball from the 3-point line, create his own shot, dribble, drive. That's not realistic unless you're the Joker and you initiate the offense, but that's not what AD is. So I feel like it's not a fair assessment because sometimes AD will be cooking like he was in game 5. We had 19 in the first half. Then we just went away from AD and started doing other things because the Warriors started to pull away and we couldn't rely on the 2-pointers. We needed to get some threes and other type of shots to keep us in the game. But like I said, AD, like I feel like he's always there, but sometimes we as a team, the Lakers, they scheme him out of the games, coaching staff scheme him out of the games, and just playing basketball, he gets schemed out of the game because it's just something he can't help. But man, I knew the game was over. I knew it was over when I watched Austin Reeves hit that half-court heave, man. He didn't wait till the clock to expire. He said, nah, forget that. I'm firing up, put the Lakers up 10, start the half, and then they just ran off with it after that, man. But I am so glad to be back here talking good and feeling good about Laker basketball, man. Trying to get back to where these guys are. Champions right there. Championship squad, top to bottom. Great coaching. And I feel like Coach Ham did not get enough credit for this series for his game planning and his, and what he did to Steph Curry and the Warriors offense. Steve Kerr, I understand he's a great coach, but he definitely got outcoached this series and outplayed by the Lakers and their coaching staff. So great job just all around, top to bottom. Like I said, everybody's quiet when everybody's loud when Coach Ham has a mistake as a rookie coach, but everybody seems to be very quiet when he's doing good, making adjustments and doing the right things out there on the floor. So I'm gonna be loud on both ends when he's messing up and when he's doing right. So congrats, Coach Ham, on making it to a Western Conference final as a rookie head coach. Very hard to do. Last rookie head coach to do that was Steve Kerr, and we already know how that ended for them, But like I said, so moving on. Randy, I know you probably watching this. So the Phoenix Suns, I would have loved to play y'all in the Western Conference Finals because I know y'all don't got no depth, and Chris Paul is hurt. We would have cooked you guys, no cap. And I'm just gonna stand. I'm standing on that until the end of the season, and you're not gonna be able to convince me otherwise. Because when the Lakers had adversity at any time in the playoffs, they proved that they can overcome it. So anything else anybody has to say about that, null and void. I really, really, really believe we can beat Denver. I absolutely believe we can beat Denver. I don't think their interior presence is as strong as everybody touts them to be. Jokic is your center. He's not a shot blocker. He's not a rim protector of any sorts. But he will be stationed in the paint a lot in the series. But I will go over what the Nuggets do in another video for my Game 1 preview. I will have that done before the game, so I have a little time to do that. So I will get that done. So I will have a Game 1 preview where I'm going to go over what the Nuggets tend to do and what the Lakers can do to counter that. But I just wanted to say I think the Lakers, just as a fan, objectively, I think they have a stronger chance of beating them in 5 or 6. But I really think the Lakers, they can definitely take advantage. That Game 1 is probably going to get them because of the altitude up there. It is serious business. Everyone who's ever played up there always says that Game 1 is always tough. But like I said, I believe the Lakers can get it done. I know the Nuggets have some studs. This is probably where we don't know whose series this might be for the Lakers. This series was more keeled towards AD. I want to say LeBron or even Lonnie Walker. Lonnie Walker played a pivotal role in this series, but this was more of might be the Darvin Ham series. Just his ability to adjust on the fly with coaching and things like that. I don't know whose series it was. So I'm gonna think about that one. But for sure. I'm just glad, man. From 13th in the West, being a laughing stock, everybody counted us out to finally making it to the Western Conference Finals. But y'all, I will be back on here for a game one preview. If I don't get it up Sunday night, I'll get it up Monday night, but I will record it and I will have it ready for y'all. But until next time, man, peace. Go Lakers, baby. Warrior Pack smoking.